Good evening, guys. Um, Tonight it's time for another semifinal. This time we will see classics semifinals, and if we want to go to business, to go down to business already, we may show you the route, the actual parkour for tonight, so we can commentate about it a bit. If Okay, when you show, okay, yes, Wima. Well, um, first stage, it's going to be a hill stage. To be honest, every stage is going to be a hill stage, but they're quite unique in their composing. As you can see, the first stage is the Flash Vallon, a variant of Flash Vallon from Bastoni to Verviers, 210.9 kilometers. And as you can see, there's no Mur de Huy in the race. But riders will have to face the new Mur de Drollenval, okay? While second stage, Baeza Ubeda, again in a World Cup, Jaén Clásica Paraíso Interior comes back. This time, though, with a different route. As you can see, there is much more gravel. It looks like almost a gravel race. So couplers are going to have their fun in this race. And then the final one, El Tour de Alberto 1, which is quite unique as a race. We have some big climbs and then a long cobbled section before a nasty finish, it looks like. So I think this is going to be interesting, but I already think we can like think about tactics in this stage, which is probably the most unique. For sure, there's going to be a break for the punchers because it's going to be puncher versus punchers. So this is the route for tonight. We can start to analyze the groups. Um, we're going to have Village du Mart, La Farmer Team, P Luxers, and USSR 1 in the first group, while in Group B, Team NL Plus, PCM UK, Team Players, USSR 2. So I'm waiting for the derby in the final. USSR teams both in finals. It's going to be tough, but it's classics, so I wouldn't say it's impossible. So just a bit of pause until we start. Okay, so here we're following, I guess, Group A. Okay, yeah, it's Group A, so I have to open Group B in the stream, but Group B is Joe Whiteley. Okay, there's the news. There's no team players anymore. So it's Team Portugal that entered the room. Okay, Goga is actually streaming Group A. Yeah, Goga is streaming our group. Joe still isn't streaming right now. So Group B still has to start. Well, okay. While Group B still hasn't started, we can go just on comment. We can go on commenting Group A. They are already starting in this race, and to be honest, it looks like it's a race for the puncher, and I think that's not much that can change it. But yeah, I think people will try to send their climbers into the break. So the race can change at least a bit. Because obviously the other obvious choice will be the climber, the 82 climber. Um, and as we can see, many are already attacking. And it looks like AGAP is going with the climbers team. Yeah, okay. Some climbers team are joining, and the full group now is back together. So this means it's everything to make now, and I think that Côte du Falaise is going to be the best place where the break is going to start for sure, because actually the road is quite rolling up and downs. Um, yeah, maybe this small climb can be a place where someone attacks now. In fact, as soon as we start, it's Damore going with Snake, and I think another Laxers go with him, and it's Greg, so Pixar, and Damore for Laxers. Two team from PCM Dumart, and one team from PCM URSS, who is trying now to send another group into the break, but the downhill doesn't allow so, and the A gap is also closing now the gap from the break. The gap was formed, but A gap couldn't actually keep it because people don't actually know where to attack, and that's something that will never change. Now, Côte du Falaise, 4.1 kilometers, 3.7% knots, the hardest of climbs. Surely it should be the place where a break tries to form, and but it looks like it's still Damore going. Still Damore going with Lakinovic here, Snake, and someone from La Farmer team, which I don't know who he is. But he got dropped. Okay, Ivelios. Ivelios got dropped, and now Greg goes. So now Luxers have the numerical advantage. Okay, apparently Joe started the stream for Group B, so Group B is underway.
Look out, he's breaking away.
Now on the false flat after the go to do Faliz again, people tried to go into the break, but it still didn't happen.
There's a rider trying to break away from the bunch.
It's a boring race at the moment. 30 kilometers already raced, and now it looks like the break is forming here with an attack. It's still four teams, and it looks like it's the Climbers team. The Climbers team, except for. No, okay, it's the 77 Climbers team with the flat guy. So it's Team B. Team B are going, and it looks like Snake has got an advantage
Striker is
here.
looking to break away. The pace seems much too high for many riders. He's off on his own. The team sponsor won't be disappointed.
Okay, on the small climb here, I think Tonu tried to send again the 82 into the break. And he almost lost a man. So now Luxers have two teams, Village du Mart have two teams, USRR has one team. They're in numerical disadvantage right now. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do. Also remember that the weakest team is obviously the Puncher team, and now that's an attack by Agap. Tries to recover, and he actually does it. He's back in the group, so every team has two sub teams into, and now Bas on the attack, and his attack is immediately closed. So the break is finished again, and now it's Greg on the attack. So now it's Climbers team moving, but again the other teams are moving the 77 Mountain team, so the B team, while Luxers moved the A team,
He broke from the pack
and the
like a
break has been
bloodhound.
catched again. No, the group split again. Now a fast downhill is leading us to a series of three climbs, starting with Côte du Petit Coup. As you can see, it's 5 kilometers from here. Again, we have the situation where every team has two sub-teams ahead, while URSS doesn't. URSS 1, because we're in Group A, yes, while the Group 2, the Group B has URSS 2. And okay, now the pacing is mainly made by French teams, which is already a surprise since French teams have the name of Will Suckers, which isn't right apparently in this race. And now go to the Petit Coup is starting 3 kilometers at 7%, and it's Bazo again.
This climb is
Bazo again
sweet,
on the
but
attack.
many riders
He
have
tries to
difficulty
attack every
slowing down
time
here.
the road rises. but easy attacks only close on the group ahead. That's the only effect they have. In the meantime, Village du Mart paces a lot on this climb, and the pacing is actually hard, and they actually tried to make the gap for Snake, who
Those
couldn't
fast
actually
runners
do
might
it.
be making too many
But
friends
the group
today.
split again, and again, I think behind we are seeing the Punchers team, the team C for everyone, and everyone else is here. Now, Côte d'Amermont, 3.4 kilometers at 6.1%. As you can see, the start is very steep. Then the rest of the climb isn't as steep. But sure, the road is very narrow, so we can see troubles. And in fact, a team, it's AGAP again. AGAP isn't in form, it looks like in this night, because he always loses the peloton and the possibility. And Bazo again is attacking a lot. He's probably trying to force his team into wheel sucking, but he's consuming a lot of energies. I mean, it's Bazo, so you would expect it, but he's the one who is always closing on the break. I don't see it being a good decision, but we will see in the next kilometers if it's a good decision.
The riders are going through a very tough portion with percentages above 10%.
Now, Col du Rosier, 4 kilometers at 6.2%. It's the longest climb of the race, the longest climb of Liège-Bastogne-Liège, usually. And as we can see, it's Pixar, Greg 123, and Leo Nidra going onto the attack. Their attack has been already closed because there's the movement by USS La Farmer team, and I believe AGAP is again behind. It's a late motive this race as AGAP continuously being behind. Now the group is together, but AGAP, it looks like he has problems.
Falling behind, a team leader is falling.
So AGAP, he's behind because it looks like he's experiencing some troubles with his connection. Now we're approaching Côte du Rit, yeah, Côte du Ret. I don't know how to pronounce it. Côte du Rit. No, that's English. Côte du Ret. 2.7 kilometers at 5.1%. Let's see, because obviously the lobby is waiting for a gap. And Agap is back again, and now Greg goes as soon as the race restarts, with Evelios chasing him and closing on him. Yes, the lobby is actually probably the most boring I've ever seen in terms of style of racing. I hope in the other group the race isn't like this. I truly hope this. Now again, Fixer on the attack, and he's immediately closed, and he goes again immediately. And this time he breaks free. And it's Ivelios was the responsibility of trying to change him, to chase him, and it's only two of his riders though, so it may be a bit difficult. Chanel is here, in fact he has to stop, and this is good. This is actually very good for Luxors. That's actually hard the team that gained the first real advantage.
That's really a punchy attack.
And now here goes your SS with the Village du Mart, and it looks like it's only La Farmer who doesn't try to attack. They try now on Côte du Vieux Tancremont. We're already in the circuit that's going to decide this race.
Attack from a rider.
And again, there's an attack by Greg. Snake is trying really, really hard to close on him. And they actually close on the break. It's going to be long and painful.
We're into the second half of the race. The riders are
And
becoming more and
again,
more on their guard.
it's Snake trying to go on this false flat, and Ivelios closes immediately. And I think also the Russian team, led by Lakinovic, closes the break. So again, the group is together, and yes, I think it's going to be like this for the whole stage. And then I'm questioning who is the no, I'm not questioning anything.
The
Now,
starters are
Mur de
ready.
Drollenbal, which is the best climb of today's race, the main climb, the main
It's in such percentages that the strongest can create
well,
some
it
gaps.
started 1.3 kilometers at 10.6%, and there are going to be attacks here, accelerations at least, so the pace is going at least to cause some damage in the legs of some helpers, because if the race
A
continues like
rider just
this, it's
lost
going
an
to be
attack.
difficult to imagine another results that's not a sprint, which will be probably the case. As you can see, after this climb, the road
It's
continues
going to
to
take the
be
lead by himself.
up and downs, some steep sections and some small downhills. And again, the brake has been closed on this small climb 5 kilometers from the finish. This will be when we will arrive at the last lap, which is still very far though, because 92.2 kilometers are here, missing right now.
He broke from the pack like a greyhound.
And now Shemindu are up, and we've seen a block in the group, and at the moment it's only the USS team ahead, but Ivelios is going to close. But the group split actually, and we have two riders okay, only Luxors had two riders, so Sagan now um, has to fight to join the group ahead. And the group ahead has now 40 seconds, but it's decreasing. I'm expecting some attack from behind that will finish to close, and it's a forcing by Basso here. Basso is using his 83 flat guy to work and trying to close the gap on this break. Who God knows why. Probably they are in a bad situation ahead because Damure's team is weaker compared to the others. I don't know. I think Damure should be. Can I see Damure, please? He's ahead. Okay, Damure has the B team. Okay, it's everything B team. No, okay. Ahead, there's Leo with the A team. So actually, Leo obviously is going to be favorites in this group, and he goes alone on Côte de Mazur. 1.4 kilometers, 7%. So it's not an easy climb, and Leo goes alone. Obviously, behind something is happening because the group split in many groups. Now it's back together, but the only thing that's certain is that Leo is still ahead, and now he's joined by Ivelios, and behind there's still someone while we are approaching the second time for
Dreadful
Mu de
percentages.
Dorenval, and again forcing by Leo very hard. He keeps pacing right now because he wants to create separation at the top of the climb. Ivelios has lost some rider,
We're starting to lose
and
the
the Leo
visibility.
goes. Let's see if the group breaks after the climb. It looks like it's not going to happen. It looks like the break is going to be catched again, and so it's again full peloton compact. And Leo goes again, and Tuanu now tries to follow him, but again he launches Ivelios. They're putting Ivelios on the wheels of Leo, which is a weird tactic. Now, a small gap for the break, 45 seconds, and it's actually decreasing. Now the climb here, the small climb here, and Leo again. Now the break has gained some seconds, so it looks like they're going. Looks like also URSS as the climber in here, so they're working too, and it looks like Luxers are in the bad position after all in this race. To be honest, I don't think anything is closed because on these small climbs it's easier to catch the opposition. But for sure they left to work hard because obviously there's going to be some gap, which obviously they have to pace to close, especially on climbs. Now, quote the Trasenster, okay. It's a narrow road, 1.9 kilometers, 4.8%. It's not a hard climb, but the final part, it steepens in the last part. And it looks like Bazo is starting to force the pace because obviously he wants to close on the group. He's impressing a big effort. He's impressing a really big effort, and he goes, Bazo goes, he's followed by Gabi at a certain distance, 40 seconds. I think Bazo is going to try the maximum recover on Moor de Trollenval. He's trying to go and he's forcing the pace in this in this flat part, but but ahead, they don't have any interest in making him join the group ahead. So they're going to force the pace here on Murdetrolenval,
Players are in a portion of the
while the
circuit
group behind actually catches him, and it's the same is same team catching him. They're pacing ahead a bit slower than I expected. In fact, Bazo now is again on the group, and Leo decided to do a big forcing, and now Bazo is dropped. Baza spent a lot on this climb, and these can be paid now because if people works, he's going to be at that distance and he can't actually close. No, okay, he's back in the group now. He's back in the group and now he has an advantage. Now, obviously, Laxers have an advantage, but 30 kilometers from the finish, now they have to wait for the moves of the others. And now La Peira, so I believe La Farmer Puncher is in the break now. And now there's the reaction by URSS1. They're forcing and the group is coming back together, but now Shemin Duara for the last time this climb and Bazo is in the group. Can I see who is the yeah, Pinot is the climber and he's pacing a lot on this climb, trying to put in crisis Bazo, who had already spent a lot before, and now he's helped by Gabi because Gabi now is back in the group. Gabi now is back in the group ahead, so now Leo is going to work for Gabi, who is the leader, while Greg is pacing for Basso. There's 16 seconds of between the two groups. It's going to be tough for them to close. I think Basso is going on the Mur de Drolemba. No, maybe on Côte de Mazur, who is before, which is before the climb. Now Côte de Mazur, and the gap is being closed
still
by
on the right
Basso,
finish line.
who helps also La Peira in the process because he was with him. So La Farmer at the moment has the numerical advantage on Côte de Mazur. And La Farm goes and it's Toinou on the attack. He tries to go, but the break has been already catched because there was a turn that made impossible the
There he
attack.
goes. He's giving it one
And now
more.
again, when the group relaxed and Tuanu went again, but again it stopped. So everything is down to this climb, Mur de Drolenval, and I'm really curious to see what's going to happen here because I think the more bars are going to
The
be
riders
to
will
have
be
an
ready to press
advantage
10
for
kilometers on the
sure.
stage.
La Peira is the puncher, yeah. And now let's see the forcing by Gabi. Gabi forces the pace. Gabi forces the pace, and he actually drops Bazo. Bazo has been dropped. Bazo has been dropped, and it's Fignon now. So Tuanu, the only one chasing Gabi. And the forcing by Popovic closes the gap. So now the situation is back together, and now La Farmer has a great advantage here because they're two against everyone with one. But now again, Gabi goes and Goga takes his wheel, and Goga is ruining the race for La Farmer for Village du Mart because he closed on them already. But now La Farmer is pacing only. Let's see what happens. It's going to be a sprint because it looks like La Farmer doesn't want to exploit their numerical advantage, or they will try to do it maybe closer to the finish, maybe here. Who knows? On this small climb? No, Tuanu he wasn't okay. And there's the block, and there's the block, and Tuanu goes, and that was expected. That was expected, and it's going to be a
Great
win for
stop. He
Gabi.
worked
A win for
wonderfully at the
Gabi.
top, and then
And it's a win
scored
for
momentum on the
Village du
finish.
Mart
The
because
race
Tuanu
is
didn't
won
have
for
the
the
legs in
Farmers.
the end, and
The
it's
real
a
deal of the
disaster
moment
for
is a big
La
win
Farmer
for the morale.
because they had the numerical advantage, and in a group of five, they did fourth and fifth. This is a disaster for them. Gabi was clearly the one with the best bars, but yeah, I mean, what a finish! I guess we can move now to Group B. Let's go to Group B. Yes, let's go to Group B because they're actually on the last climb on Mule de Drolenval. And we have a break, E1, who's probably going to the finish. And we have USSR because some guy told me I was pronouncing it bad. So, so that guy is going to have what he wants if he really desires that. And sadly, weekends actually okay. Now we are on Group One, and it looks like we have a race for the flat guys because we have Pitcock here, but I don't trust this sensation because Jose told, yeah, he told that there is a free win for USSR. So let's see, because it's going to be a sprint. I believe the best sprinter in the group is going to be the flat guy. And let's see the sprint because Portugal opens it. Portugal opens it, but the sprinters is rising, and let's see because because it's Ben Young winning the sprint. And Ben Young, actually, with the best positioning, he actually couldn't fail. Second place for Portugal, third place for UK, fourth place for USSR2 with Vinokurov. They probably couldn't actually exploit their advantage for other race, for sure. Yeah, I guess that's what happened. By the way, I'll just keep saying URSS because it's fun. So now we can come back to Group A because as you can see, the lobby for Classica Jaén Paraíso Interiore is here. Okay, we're actually waiting for results because I'm waiting for results, but looks like tonight people don't like to count. No, okay. Well, obviously, Group A, we have Village du Mart, 50 points, Pilaxers 30 points, USSR 15 points, and La Farmer 5 points. While in semifinal B, we have we don't have results, but I can tell you it's NL plus 50 points, Portugal 30 points, PCM UK 15 points, and USSR2 5 points. Okay, so that's the results by now. I mean, obviously, after one race, the situation is pretty easy. Obviously, you already have some teams that are pretty desperate for the result because of their last place. And yes, Group B isn't starting yet. Group A has its troubles because the lobby had to be made again. Let's comment a bit this race in the particular. I think the start is going to be basically neutralized because of the downhill. I don't expect brakes to go in the first kilometers. For sure, the brake can form. Then on those small climbs between 20 and 30 kilometers. The second one isn't so small, to be honest. Quite almost 20, almost 10 kilometers. Then, obviously, I think there's not going to be there aren't going to be many attacks on the first cobble section, while I expect something in the climb with gravel, which is where the old finish was in these classics. And then I think we should pay attention to the small climb, okay, that we see in the final, because it's clear that's going to probably make the race for the puncher, I believe, more than the cobbler. And we're going to see, I believe, that climbs and also the fact that the finish is quite rising and very, very close to gravel is going to make this race for the puncher. So now Group B is our first group. Yeah, I mean, so we are going to jump a bit between groups then.
Testing both bikes and their riders. You've got to know what you're doing.
So I will follow a bit the group B, I will say, because we actually have the break information, but no, well, let's stay on group A probably. They is starting. This camera is very shit. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see, because I don't have any expectation on a race like this. I think it's going to be, I mean, it's going to be quite selective, but probably not spectacular. I think it's going to be like,
Look out, he's breaking away. That's really a punchy attack.
EMEA, if you keep your riders on zero, they're going to make the stage heavier to load, so they either you're going to cause crashes. Okay. Okay, the break quite was quite fast to form, to be honest, in this second stage.
There are some legs that just can't take the speed
So there's
anymore.
something
The riders
strange.
are
In
getting left
fact,
behind.
they are stopped, and I think they're going to be catched from by someone on the group behind. And this is a scene we've already watched a lot of times, and it looks like Goga actually put the puncher in the break. So punchers are in the break here. Punchers and climbers. It's basically Team A and Team C. Okay, as you can see, the cobble isn't very hard, but climbs are steep though. So
Attack from a rider.
okay, the break actually was called because obviously there were many favorites, so no one actually tried to work. Um, the break has been called, and again,
A rider just
it's
launched
time
from
for
his
Village
line.
du Mart to attack. And it looks like they've picked the right moment to attack because they went. It's Snake on the attack, and now also La Farmer and
This is line 2
Laxers are on the
dreadful
attack.
percentages.
And it looks like Bazo is attacking with the puncher. Yes, it's the C team. And let me see Snake, which is what team he has. Snake is ahead. E1.
He's off on his own. The team sponsor
Okay,
will lose his
Snake has
opponent.
the B team, and also Red Guy has the B team, and he goes. And he has gained advantage already because I think the other two teams don't have a clear tactic in their mind at the moment. Now they are reacting because
The
the
group
gap
pace is a bit too docile
with
for some
P
riders who
is
are looking
going
to
down,
create a breakaway.
and it looks like it's Laxers on the attack on the front foot. We are starting the first big climb of the day. The road will climb a lot here. And again, now it's USSR on the attack, and it's team attack. They go with Lakinovic and Goga.
A rider is taking his chance alone. There are several riders who can't keep up with the pace.
So now again, we have the same situation as before, but now it looks like the break is gaining because there was some impulse going with SSR that now are on the front foot. They attacked, but AGAP actually killed the break with this player, with this rider. Now they go, if they go now, okay, they couldn't actually because they stopped. And so the break is again closed. And so Village du Mart go
There's a rider trying to break away from the bunch.
with Pierre Roland. Snake again with B team on the attack. And Fanu is going to chase him with the same team. So B teams on the move.
He's going to
And the B
take them all
teams
by
are the
himself.
team. Can I see the full team of Tonu? Okay, the B team are the Cobbler teams. So actually, Cobbler's on the attack already. Let's see what's going to happen here because I think it's a pretty interesting move now. And La Farmer with one team and USSR with two teams here. They are on the front foot since the start of this stage. They're attacking, but obviously they need to attack. And they are ahead with the A team, so they didn't send the punch the cobbler in the break, which is already a pretty strange decision. Now big forcing by Basso here on the last part of the cobbler of the cobble section of Antonio Machado. What a strange name for a cobbler section. Now Cruz de Habaneros, easy, short, and now it's the only Goga on the attack with the 76 cobble. So he's trying to gain advantage because for sure it's useful to have this kind of advantage in this race, especially with a guy like the 76 Cable, because that guy he is underrated, I think. He has good mountain, good heal. He is an underrated helper, so gaining some advantage with that guy may be dangerous. May be dangerous, but obviously they have to be to pay really attention on what happens because the race is short. We are already 98 kilometers from the finish, and many teams are attacking with the couple guy, the B team, which is obviously the couple team. To be honest, the break here wasn't really convinced on these Soledades sector. And the group is breaking. The group is really breaking because there is forcing by Greg, and the group is split into two halves, while Goga keeps having a constant pace, and he now starts downhill. He's in a good spot right now. He's putting USSR in the right position, but he stopped. Why that? Why that? Why they stopped? I don't know. That's so silly. I'm going to have a check on Group B because Group B is 81 kilometers from the finish, so we don't care. They're still far from the finish. Also, they just completed the climb to Val de Olivas, which is this climb with cobbles, which is made harder by the fact that narrow road. And now, if we look at the situation, it's clear that now in the group behind, the Luxers have to pace because they are in the worst situation while PCM USSR, sorry, is tough to remember. They are in the best situation, but they weren't pushing, and so actually now Luxers have a great situation because they have basically three teams, 2 teams and a half, because they have one helper from Baso too. The climb to Valdeolivas is continuing now. The group break again because the group was back together. Now the group split again. We're almost approaching the toughest part of the climb to Valdeolivas. But now
It's
the
in
group
such
looks
percentages that the strongest can
stopped.
create some gaps.
Maybe it's only Greg pacing and Snake on his wheel. And after the climb, there was a bit of splitting in the group, but okay, it's back together. Now, USSR were losing their flat guy, their cable guy, which is not a good position to be here. He will have to do a big effort now to come back. And now the group is basically stopped, and the break with three riders from USSR are ahead. 1 minute 23 seconds, and it looks like it was Gog again. Can I see who is ahead in E1? I would love to watch it, but I can't. Okay. And it's Lucky Novik here, and Menchov was the climber.
Look out, he's breaking
No,
away.
yes, he is the climber. So the team A is ahead, and team A is very useful considering they have
The group is slowly thinning out. This is a crucial
the
stage.
universal helper in their team. Now, big break, big split in the group. La Farmer is driving this group, but the group is back together. The split lasted a few hundred meters, and Agap again in kind of troubles.
The riders are going through a very tough portion with
After this small climb, the group split again, and it looks like Leo is actually going hard ahead in the break, but he has a USSR on his wheel, and now also La Farmer, and I couldn't watch the team here. Now we are on the gravel section of Ubadat, which has a climb in it, and as you can see, the road starts to rise here, and there's a big forcing by Basso here. Basso closing, but he closes on Lucky Novik, not on Leo. Leo now has a gap,
he's off on his own.
and
He's
Leo,
looking rather disappointed.
stay on Leo, please. Stay on Leo. Okay, Leo as the heal team, so the team C. Okay, come back behind. Okay. So Leo as the supposed leader for this stage, and so this break is actually very dangerous because I think the puncher with disadvantage becomes really dangerous. It looks like other teams don't have the perception of what's happening here because they're actually not pacing apart from La Farmer here. La Farmer is pacing, they're the only one, but now it's going to be another gravel section, Virgen de la Salud. And now let's see what happens here because something has to happen if they don't want to gift Leo the win. Big forcing by Greg. Big forcing by Greg. And Leo is exploiting the 76 completely here on those gravel sections. But the situation in the group is very strange because no one wants to keep the responsibility of chasing. And this means actually that Leo has a good advantage. I mean, it's going down a bit because La Farmer now is forcing a lot and Leo can't really force a lot, being two riders only. But it's Team A by La Farmer who is trying to take the race under their control, forcing a very high pace in these gravel sections because from now on, gravel sections are going to be very close to each other. And now Leo has been catched, and it's Ghosty on the attack. No, it's Greg on the attack. And Greg, can I see Greg, which is Greg's team? And it was Team B, actually, with the cobbler. In fact, Leo isn't cooperating with him. And now Greg goes, and Leo obviously reacts. This means I think the break is going to be catched right now. No, because they stopped and they are allowing Luxers to go like that, and that's very dangerous. And it's still La Farmer to work, and I think now also Village du Mart is going to work. 26 seconds at the start of Virgen de la Salud. Again, gravel section, and the high pace means I think the group is going to be destroyed on this small climb. Look at the forcing here by Village du Mart and La Farmer, while PCM USSR just is very passive in this lobby. They aren't doing anything. Let's see if this is the winning move for them. But now the situation is that this group has 43 seconds advantage on the group, 26 seconds behind Greg. And now they're reacting, but it may be a bit late now. Forcing by Barna now with the puncher. On this downhill section, he could actually wait because it's not the proper choice to pace like this. And now Soledades, 5.6 kilometers, 1 star of difficulty. Village du Mart and La Farmer at a good advantage, but they're losing a rider. They're losing two riders. So now Chanel
Acceleration
goes.
by
The
Williams
80
caught.
cable guy goes. And is chased by the other cab cobbler guy on this climb. It looks like it's going to be a race for the cable guy, but behind for sure people are waiting for the forcing with their punchers, I believe. Maybe. It may be, maybe not. For sure we have
His
Leo
team
here,
leader is falling behind.
the other member of Village du Mart. And
That's
there he
really a
goes,
punchy attack.
Snake again. Snake trying to profit of the advantage. Snake doesn't have a good advantage, so he decided to stop. And I think they'll allow the A1 group to rejoin. Baso is actually making a mistake here because look at how many USSR players are now in the first group. If they do some moves, or they can close on every moves from now on because they have the strength, I think. Let's see, Virgen de la Salud. This climb is going to be the decisive point of the stage because I think from now on it's going to be all preparation for the sprint, which isn't a usual sprint, I mean. And now there's an attack. There's an attack by Vauclair. So the club guy
Acceleration
from
by
Snake
Richard caught.
with the puncher from Leo. Is Rodriguez the puncher? Yes.
Only 10 kilometers left.
Yeah, Group B is finishing. Go on Group B for a moment because they are 2.2 kilometers from the finish and it's an 11 riders group approaching the sprint. And it's going to be a tough sprint to read because there are many turns. It looks like Jose's launching very good, but Joe is in the best position to pass the Portuguese. But it doesn't happen because it's Jose winning, it's Joe second, and third place for UK, and no, third place for NL Plus, and it's a disaster again for USSR Team 2. They actually did the seventh place. And now let's concentrate on the final 3 kilometers of this 10 in Group A. And it's Leo ahead, and Leo is forcing the pace a lot, which isn't probably the best of ideas because he has everyone on his back. On his back, obviously, they already won the stage. It's last kilometers, last turn. It looks like Bazo is in the best position. There goes Leo. There goes Leo. And Leo had so many bars. He
A
could
really
actually
powerful
win the
sprint finish to
sprint
climb
ahead
high
of
for a quick
Bazo.
victory.
Third place for La
Good going for the
Farmer
team
and
leaders.
fourth place for USSR 1. Great win by Leo. I thought he was overextending himself, but yeah, he had so many bars, he actually could afford to do it. So we are waiting for official results from both groups. Okay, so we have official results until now, and Village du Mart 100 points. They're actually in the lead, and they're probably already through. P-Laxers second place, 60 points. USSR 20 points, third place, and the fourth place for La Farmer team, 20 points too. So they're going to need a miracle to actually pull off something from this race. They will need to win, and they need Luxers to be last in this race. While in Group B, Portugal 80 points, Team NL Plus 65. PCM UK is third, 47 points, and USSR 2 has 10 points, and they are already out because, yes, they can't actually overtake NL Plus. They can only overtake PCM UK, but third place isn't a spot to the final.
sections that are renowned for testing both bikes and their riders. You've got to know what you're doing.
Um, since when I was mute? Well, okay. Finally, the stage started, and it's Bazo, the first one to go, and Miko goes with him, Snake too, and we have also one team from. Okay, I believe It's all B teams here. B teams are already starting aggressive, while in the other group, the stage wasn't so aggressive. First sprint in Arganda. Um, Obviously, guys, sprints are not going to matter in this competition because it's in line. No, it's not in line. I think this stage would have been a good inline stage. I have to be honest, because I think the central climb of the stage makes a great separator, and also the three intermediate sprints are a good thing, something I value. But well, we are going to only appreciate this stage as a classic. Everyone is stopped. We are at the first people people cheering on winning the sprint. That was fun. That was fun. As you can see, the climb to Campo Real is starting soon, and it's going to be a massive climb, 13.6 kilometers, no, 13.9 kilometers, and as you can see, there is a long bridge connecting two halves of the mountain, and we have the La Tour Eiffel on top of the mountain, which is always fun to watch. It's like searching for Easter eggs. Now, on the climb to Campo Real, B teams are forcing the
So late the
pace.
best can't take the speed anymore.
Now I
They're
think
running out of
they've
time.
been joined by D teams because I think this stage would actually be for the punchers, but well, it's difficult. I think it's going to be difficult because obviously they'll have to pay to properly pace themselves on the climbs.
He's off on his own. The team sponsor won't be disappointed.
And as you can see, this bridge, I will be so scared in doing this bridge. And in this bridge, with all the valley all the valley beneath, the group is back together. And I think it's going to be together until the finish. Yeah, I mean, this space can actually
That's really
make
the
some
punch he intended.
differences because obviously group will be pretty tired. Yes, for sure it will be very tired after this climb to Campo Real. And something we have to point out is that
This climb is
the
feared by many
altitude.
riders. The percentages are
We are
very
at
high.
2,666 meters, which is a high altitude. Is higher than Galibier, is 100 meters lower than Stelvio, but it's higher than Gavia. And on the KOM bro, KM, it's Greg.
That's
KOM,
the
bro.
end of the breakaway.
KOM.
The pack.
And after all this climb, the group is still together. But there's a dangerous situation here because um, we have some punchers dropped, and now it's dangerous for them because they left to base. USSR are not going to base as always. They're unbelievable, and I'm going to drink.
A rider is looking to give the pack the slip.
Okay, we're back. And on this valley before between climbs, a break is currently forming, and it's Village du Mart. They're actually not giving up the chance of winning all three stages.
A courageous
They're
rider is looking to
followed
break
by
free.
Laxers and now La Farmer. And this attack actually caused the reaction um, by yeah, Village du Mart. They immediately stopped. Gabi has the B team. No? Yeah, no, it's the A team sprint here. So three A teams on the attack. And the one who is missing is the USSR Team 1. Now, small climb here before the start of the climb to La Pinilla. And the climb to La Pinilla is going to be higher than 3,000 meters, I believe. It's going to be the highest climb in this whole World Cup, probably the Cima Coppi of this edition. Again, Gabi with the forcing, and it's Gabi and Tuanu on the attack. Greg wasn't working at all, has been dropped. And the starts of La Pinilla climb through 20 kilometers and 800 meters, 5.6% of average, and the altitude of 3,161 meters, which is the highest point of the World Cup, unless the organizers don't pick Col du Gendry stage for inline. Leo tries to go. Ramps here are not very steep, though the first part of the climb isn't really hard. And as you can see, it's difficult to make some differences. It's going to be increasingly more easy to make differences in this climb. As you can see, last 4 kilometers are going to be very steep, and there differences are going to be made. But now the group has another small break. It's B team from Village du Mart and A team from everyone else. In fact, Gabi goes and closes the break, but it looks like Tuanu now wants to stay ahead to escape. For sure, Gabi, after closing, goes in these parts with steep ramps at 6%. Where the climb became steeper, he went, and now it's three sub teams chasing him. And also, there is a Snake team, and Snake as the B team, I believe. Can I see Snake, please? He's in A1. Yeah, Snake has the B team. So now Village du Mart with a good advantage because they have two sub teams ahead. No, we can't really. We don't hear news from USSR one at the moment. It's 8.8 kilometers from the top of La Pinilla climb, but those are the hardest kilometers. And again, Gabi went, and Gabi now has almost 1 minute advantage on this group. Gabi wants to go alone. Agap now is taking the matter in his hands. No, it's Goga. It's Goga, and Agap was trying to go with him, but the forcing wasn't hard enough to cause splits. Now it does, but it's immediately closed by Leo, as you could have a glimpse. And now it's 23 riders in P. I think that the group behind A1 is probably made by puncher teams and not much else. A-Gap has lost rider. No, it's not only punchers because I think someone has the puncher ahead.
The riders are in a portion above 10%.
Gabi has a big advantage.
We're
And
into the
now
second half of
he's
the
in
race.
the
The riders
hardest
going
3 kilometers
more and more in their
of this climb. As you can see, there's a lot of snow because the altitude is massive here. And this forcing is going to be very, very hard to bear for a couple and uh, and also for punchers because don't forget this stage is probably designed for a puncher to win, but this climb for sure hurted them. And in the snow, Gabi goes to win the KOM of La Pinilla. He's the first one under this climb. Goga and Agap.
Into the breakaway. The pack.
Goga and Agap, they have a good advantage, and as you can see, the group exploded on the top of this climb. The group actually exploded. This stage is so good because there are so many things to consider. And let's see what's going to happen to. We can see here a lot of Luxers. They have 6 riders in the group ahead of this one. And I think they have the puncher too. Can I see who they are? Ivar, who has the puncher, yes. And Greg with the climber. So now, in the chase of Gabi and the duo from USSR, the main place is taken by Luxers. Because now Luxers are the only team with the puncher behind. No, I believe also Village du Mart. Can I see Leo ahead? Leo here. Rodriguez. No, no, no. Rodriguez. Okay, Rodriguez, yeah. So they have the puncher here. 2 teams with the puncher there.
There's a rider
And
trailing
now
quickly on the approach.
Bazo goes in the downhill. He tries to close the gap, but this attack was more dangerous for his companions than useful. And now Luxers have just to keep this break to the finish, which is hard to say.
The group is slowly thinning out. It's
Easy
at
to
the finishing
say,
pace.
hard to. Can I see where is the puncher? Team C of La Farmer. Okay, it's here. So basically, every puncher team is here at the start of Puerto de los Leones. And let's see what's going to happen because this climb is very irregular, but it has some steep portions.
We're into the last third of the race. We'll soon know the final outcome.
Okay. It looks like Group B is very close to the finish. And in fact, they are on the tough cobbled section, 12.2 kilometers,
Look out.
3 stars.
Miles away.
They are far from the finish in Valladolid, and the group is going to heavily suffer on this section because, yeah, 3 stars is going to be hurting on the legs of the riders. It finishes with tough climb. It looks like the advantage is all for USSR2, but I don't think they are going to use it properly. I'm honest in this evaluation. It looks like on this small climb, obviously it's NL plus was to work because it looks like it's UK ahead. I don't know how they gained this advantage, but this is going to be fundamental for their passage because I think they are going to win the stage and they are going to pass and they are going to eliminate Team NL plus. unless unless Andrew Walker doesn't put everyone back in contention for the stage. Andrew Walker should have really attacked in that situation because he would have gone alone. Instead, I think he's gifting. He is actually gifting an L plus. And let's see on this steep climb, deep wall at finish, and Joe took the wheel of Ben Young because I think the stage win is done for them, for UK that wins the stage, and UK should be through because Ben Jong chokes the sprint. No, 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 no. Ben Jong wins the sprint for the second place. We need to wait official results because Portugal did the third place, which means Portugal was third, which means that so 15 points and okay, they get 50 points. Wait, because it's going to be really, really close. I think UK are through with 97 points. No, 90. They are on 97. NL Plus did second place. They 85 points. No, 95 points. So they've been overtook. And I think Portugal and NL are going to be on the same points. I'm almost sure of that. So there's going to be drama in Group B for the elimination. Okay, okay. Portugal is out. And so UK get the with the first place in the end because they actually did 55 points in the last stage. PCM UK 102 points, Team NL Plus with 95 points, even with Portugal, but the worst placement condemned Portugal. And last place for USSR2 with 15 points. They actually did 5, 5, 5. And now let's focus on let's focus on the couple section with the full group here. The group is full. Actually, it's going to be probably a sprint. But let's see the forcing by Leo. Leo is trying to put some difficulty in the legs of the other riders. This race was actually very controlled, probably after we left on the last climb. Let's see what's going to happen because for sure Gabi goes and Vauclair goes, and now there's an attack by 80 flat guy and 80 couple guy. Two 80 couple guys, and it's Bazo and Gabi now on the attack. Bazo and Snake. And Miko. Miko is now trying to force the pace and trying to coming back. He actually closes the gap, but he's pretty done. And now look at forcing by Snake with the forcing by Snake. And Miko. Yes, he's dropped. Miko is dropped here. He's going to have a tough time on the next climb. Leo now is trying to join, but it's going to be really difficult if they don't stop. Because Baso is pacing very hard not to allow Miko to recover. and the group exploded on the final part, on the final section. 12 kilometers of cables actually made the big difference. Bazo is a bit done, but I believe also Snake is going to be a bit done. And also Ivar is pretty done here. And it looks like it's going to be an easy qualification for Laxers and Village du Mart. They were first and second already in the GC.
5 kilometers
With the
remaining.
big advantage. So there's not going to be any surprise. There's not going any to happen any surprise. It's Laxers and Village du Mart. But Village du Mart aren't working here, which may be dangerous because they are kind of allowing
It's in such percentages that the
the
strongest
other
get
team
through
to
to
come
winners.
back. And let's say that if La Farmer wins, no, it's not. Well, no. If La Farmer wins, it's not going to be enough, and it's Snake that goes to take the win. And Bazo
Splendid solo
actually
win and a
is going to
well-deserved
lose the
one.
second place yeah, it's going to lose the second place, but not its team because it's Ivar
The
that
win for the
gets the second
backwaters appear to
place.
be fairly.
So again, as we said, Village du Mard and P Luxers are going through, and they were the best team. So let's read the final classification of Group A2. Village du Mart actually 155 points. They obliterated the concurrence. Pilaxers are going to be third, no second, with three second places, 90 points. La Farmer team is going to be third, 35 points. USSR1 team is last with 20. So the stream is officially finished. I mean, the stream of competition is finished. We can pass to interviews. So just remember, no, no, that was right. Okay, okay, sorry. So officially PCM UK Team NL Plus, Village du Mart, and Pilaxers are going to be the teams in final for classics. So waiting for someone to come to interviews. Who knows if someone is going to come? I mean, well, it looks like no one is coming. No, Ivar is here. Hi, Ivar.
Hello, good evening.
So, three second places. Second place in the group. I think second places are enough for classics. No.
Yeah. I mean, when we got three of them and we were behind Village in all three, it was pretty easy to pass.
Yeah. I think Village de Mars played really good tonight. I've never seen them play so good in this tournament until now. So maybe that gives you a chance because maybe they already played the bonus in this tournament.
Well, I think they are the best road team and they can easily do the same in the final. So yeah, we'll see there. We will give them a good fight.
Yeah, for sure. Because I think you are you are probably the second best team on road. I believe.
Yeah, I think maybe
By far.
UK will feel a little bit insulted by that, but yeah.
Yeah, it's quite close, I believe.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
yeah,
with our new signings, we are much stronger than last year.
yeah, yeah. I guess so. Um. I think
Who did pass from the second group?
in the second group, UK passed, winning the last stage, and NL Plus actually eliminated Portugal because of the best placement in the last stage.
Ooh, yeah, but Portugal is a bit over it, unfortunately, in the road. They are not what they used to be.
Yeah. I mean, probably the fact that most of them don't play for the whole season. I feel like this game is increasingly bad if you don't play it constantly.
Yeah, I feel that too because I've almost not been playing at all this season, and my feel is that yeah, you can just go full time, full pace all the time, and you still have energy in the end. That's a bit strange.
Yeah. In fact, that allows for some strange race behavior. Uh, something strange of the night is that both USSR teams actually were ghost teams in the lobbies, which was fun, but yeah, they actually did last in both groups.
Yeah, I was only playing the last classic, and I was thinking my feeling was that the USSR played it a bit passive. They were always a bit
Yeah,
behind, and they burned the cobbler on a very desperate attack in this like the last climbing section where he was pacing alone against a big group in front of him, and then of course he died. And yeah, that was. I mean, you can do that in desperation, but yeah, if you do that mistake, you will be beaten by teams like Village de Marde easily.
Yeah, also, I mean, were basically out because there was the doubt if you were last and they won the stage, but yeah, that didn't happen.
Yeah, for us it was easy. We knew that if Dumardi wins, then we are good, and if not, we just have to avoid last place. So then we could also play a bit defensively because of that.
Okay, thank you, Ivar.
Good night.
Yeah, see you for the classic final.
Yeah, we'll be back. Bye bye.
Bye bye. And if there isn't any more, I think we can actually remember people that probably tomorrow we won't have a stream. It's a team track competition, and then probably I remember you on 15th of May. We have the stream for inline semifinals. Okay, no, we have stream at 21:30. Okay, 21 and 30. We will have the stream and we will have the pricing for 200 team time trials, 200 meters team time trial for track. And then we will have Omnium semifinals. And Omnium semifinals are going to be broadcasted with the multicast, like tonight. That's all for tonight. See you tomorrow.